Hey guys, I'm Daisho, and I am here bringing you some Hearthstone. Again, got this whole sound issue. It's going to be like this for the next couple of videos. I do apologize, but hopefully you can respect that I'm going to be taking you through these next couple of videos, leading you, maybe talking about Hearthstone for part of it, maybe all of it, maybe some of it, who knows. It's an impossibility to tell. Playing against this random dude who does what? Oh, he does 3 damage to my leftmost minion, so I decided to not play any minions. Figured that was a reasonable plan. But he gets to start with, I think he has like 2 demon fires here. Oh no, it's only 1. Maybe another one next turn, I don't know. He's got a 5/6 out there on turn 2. I mean, those kind of things are fair. But for some reason I decided to go upstairs instead of kill that thing. I don't know, whatever. I played these games like a week ago, and there's no commentary for me to review, so it's a little tough. My god, this guy is just coming out of the gate strong. And it's not like I'm even on 4 mana so I can play Cone of Gold. At this point, my brain is kind of just saying, I can't win. Like, I don't even know what to do. Maybe I cast his Arcane Intellect, whatever. It's just, it seems pointless right now. I mean, he's going to hit me for another 7 down to 11. And I mean, I've got some things going on in hand, but nothing too potent or fast. And of course, that stealth is gonna mean that I can't target that and freeze 2 other things. So I need to. Ooh, that was actually a reasonable draw. And then I mean, it would have been good to use that in conjunction with the Cone of Gold, but I can always use it in conjunction with the Frostbolt that I've got in hand. But anyway, let's. Wow, look at it. I'm just like I had a couple other topics that I could talk about if I really felt like it, but I'm just so fascinated with how much I am just getting destroyed in this game. I think the plan here is just stall until I get to like Blizzard and then hope to draw a Flame Strike, and if I don't do that, then there's pretty much no way for me to win. So I kind of just need to hope that it works out. But yeah, I don't really remember what I do here, but anyway. Let's just ignore the gameplay for a while. Let's not. Let's just keep looking. So what did I do? I played the ice block, so because he was gonna kill me. I could have played like fireball and did something like that. Oh no, I played the ice barrier to gain some life. Right, I still have the ice block in hand. Yeah, he's gonna hit me down. Not that bad. I mean, I'm still at 7, and perfect draw right there, Blizzard. I'm on 6 mana, so I need either a Blizzard or a Frost Nova to bridge the gap until I can get to a Flame Strike. And I mean, if he does play out all of the demons that he's got in his hand, then oh man, he draws Doomguard there. Then those 3/4s that are supposed to summon a minion don't actually do anything. So that's not bad there. I do draw the Flame Strike, except it's not going to cut it because that Doomguard is chilling out there, wanting to survive and stuff. So yeah, this is not looking too solid. But yeah, I'm gonna draw a couple of cards, gonna drop this ice block, and yeah, there's no point in playing the ice lance now because he's not gonna be able to kill me this turn. But I think this is the guy who had the soul fires in his deck, right? Because that could be some trouble. All he needs to do is top deck a Soulfire or another Doomguard, even if I do drop this Flame Strike here and freeze the other Doomguard. I guess the turn previous I could have Fireballed and Ice Blocked so that the Doomguard would have just died here and I wouldn't have to burn this Ice Lance, but I felt like using the mana with the Arcane Intellect would have been a positive play. I don't know. Maybe I wanted to save the Fireball so I could go upstairs. But yeah, he's going to play a couple more creatures out, and I mean, this is not the end of the world. Drawing Vaporize there is kind of nice, because, yeah, what do I have? I have, well, yeah, I have 9 mana, so I can play a 2, a 4, and a 3, which is kind of awesome, so I can actually clear the board. And yeah, I mean, just having all this removal in hand when my opponent's playing inefficient creatures like Doomguard. I mean, Doomguard's fast and big, but if I can take care of it with 1 or 2 cards, and he loses 3 from it, then it'll actually give me a pretty good card advantage. Plus the fact that I'm drawing extra cards with my Arcane Intellects and stuff is nice. So yeah, he's just gonna get his his dude's getting vaporized. There could have been logic to not casting vaporize there and trying to hold it for something else or some other situation. But anyway, here I have to decide if I want to Alexstrasza myself or my opponent. If I Alexstrasza my opponent, then I can definitely win the next... Oh, wait, what am I talking about? Oh, right here I have to decide whether or not I want to save the Alexstrasza for the next turn and just kill his creature here, or if I want to Alexstrasza myself. Yeah, because if I Alexstrasza him next turn, then I can kill him in 2 turns. If I Alexstrasza myself, then it'll take longer, and I'll have to play the board control game, and if he draws stuff that I can't really deal with, then it's not going to be that good. And especially because he has that ability to kill my minions really quickly. But fortunately for me, I made the play that I did because my opponent draws Doomguard the next turn. And I would have lost on the spot right there. Ice Block is a good draw. I mean, it does prevent that possibility to just lose on the spot. My opponent can't do, like, literally can't do anything to kill me from this position. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and attack again. And my opponent should probably just trade with Alexstrasza here. That seems like it would be the better play. But he's just going to, again, go for the win. But since I have that Ice Block, it's going to save me yet again. But now his hero ability is going to kill my creature next turn. There's another Pyroblast, which is kind of funny. So I can, again, have a couple of choices here. Well, there's only really one line to victory here. I mean, I could have traded Alexstrasza with the Flame Imp and Pyroblasted him, and then I wouldn't be dead the next turn. But this method of playing out the dude to just die so I get to keep my Alexstrasza means that I can just Pyroblast him after attacking him again. And after 3 Alexstrasza attacks and a Pyroblast, you know that's going to be enough damage to kill your opponent. So that was, I mean, that was a pretty good game. I really thought that at the beginning I was going to lose. I really considered conceding. I thought there was absolutely no chance that I'd be able to get there. But yeah, I cut out all the stuff in between. There was some deck building and junk or whatever. I don't know. For some reason, I thought this deck might be good. I think put out a lot of creatures, and then his spores helped me out. But this opponent is actually a lot tougher when he starts out with those taunters, and I didn't really realize the point of the deck is generally to taunt up, and that way the spores are not that big of a deal. But yeah, I mean, him starting off dealing 3 damage to me and then hitting me with the Death Charger on turn, like his turn 1, is kind of unfair. So yeah, it's definitely putting me in a disadvantageous spot right from the beginning. Even though I do have the Lightning Bolt to kill his 1-drop, I still take a bunch of damage from it, and then he's just gonna coin out this 4/4. So yeah, we're not looking good here. Definitely starting off behind. But anyway, let's talk about random stuff. So I basically in the morning every day, I just can't see here. In the morning every day I take the train, and some days I buy a monthly pass, so I don't have to buy a new ticket for the train every day. But the other day I was going to a different train station or something like that. I don't know, it's not relevant to the story. The relevant part to the story is that you don't have to go up to a person to buy it, you just go up to a machine. And like most machines, like ATMs, it has a little slot that you put your credit card in. And I don't know, I mean, I feel like it's universally known that you have the numbers facing the machine and the card is face up so that the metal strip is on the bottom. I don't know, I mean, sometimes they're sideways, sometimes they are, or sometimes they're horizontal, sometimes they're vertical. I don't know. But the thing that was ridiculous, but they almost always have a little picture of the card and show you how you should see it, right? I don't think I'm alone here. If any of you can relate to this, anyway, the point is that the person standing next to me stopped me and asked me how to put the card in the machine, and I was just shocked. I was like, I mean, I would never ask anyone. I would just keep doing it until it works, because it's not like if you get it wrong, they take away your credit card. You can never use it again. you just turn it the other way and go for it. And if you can't follow the little picture, then there's only 4 choices. That takes, what, 25 seconds? It just takes longer for someone to get up, ask me, like turn to the person next to him, ask him. I was like listening to music or something like that, so he had to ask me a couple times, and then I was like, what do you want? And then he finally figured it out, and I was like, oh yeah, just do it that way. And he's like, oh, okay, great. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, I was kind of shocked at that experience, that he wouldn't just try and figure it out on his own. But I guess, I don't know, it could be a personality thing. I don't really interact with strangers that much anyway, and maybe other people are just like, oh, this kind gentleman will know exactly how to put my credit card in this machine like every other machine in the world. But anyway, that brings me to another point, which is something that I think about a lot, and I feel like I think about it a lot more than most people, which is something that I like to call group time efficiency, which is basically the theory that people value their own time, but they don't value time that they don't see. So, for instance, if somebody's going to be picking you up from somewhere or whatever, then you don't really, you will see the time that you're driving with them as time that they used up, but you won't see the time that it takes them to get there. So, I mean, it's not always the case, but essentially what I'm trying to say is that I feel like people overestimate or underestimate how much other people spend time to do things for them. So in this context with the credit card, even if it would have only taken him 1 minute to figure out how to use the card, and it took me 30 seconds out of my time plus his 30 seconds, then it still only takes him a minute. So it didn't really factor. I'm not making any sense right now, but that's okay, because making sense is completely overrated. I think I go for a life gain deck to try and beat this this dude who's really aggressive. But yeah, maybe we'll get back onto that point at some point. Oh, and another thing that goes along with this is my theory on paper towel etiquette in the bathroom. So I mean, obviously you've used paper towel dispensers, and sometimes you get the automatic ones, and the best kind are the ones that give you a nice like amount of paper towel, and you can actually dry your hands with it, and then they're automatic, and then after you pull it out, it just dispenses the next. Those are my favorite. The ones that you have to like wave your hand up and down, nobody wants to be waving their hand up and down after it's wet and then it drips down your sleeve, and I mean, it's an undesirable experience for everyone. So at the bathroom that I have at work, one of the things doesn't really come out. The rolls don't work well, so when you pull one, the next one gets stuck, and it's a tiny little strip of paper, and you need at least 2 to dry your hands. So basically what I think is that after you dry your hands, you can just pull the little lever thing so that the next person can get it, because it's kind of annoying. You have to stick your hand, it's like a little wheel thing, so you have to try and maneuver the wheel, and if your hands are all wet, then it's not fun. But it's a lot easier and it's a lot better after your hands are dry. So if you just take the 2 paper towels, dry your hands, then roll the thing, then it's going to be much easier for the next person in line. But the thing is, nobody's willing to do that, because when they go up to the machine, nobody's done it for them. So then they're not going to be like, oh, you know what, I'll go out of my way to do something for this person, even though they didn't do it for me. I don't know. People. Anyway, this game is insane, because my opponent obviously was beating me down early. I keep gaining life, and he keeps dealing more and more damage. But yeah, did we do the no, I don't even think we did that yet. Maybe? No, probably not. Yeah, so I mean, that was kind of crazy how this game started. I haven't really been paying attention, but yeah, here I had an interesting opportunity. I could have either played the Aldor, kept my guy alive, or lay on hands just to get that out of there and stuff, because I do need to gain some life pretty soon. But the reason why I decided to take this route was because I wanted to clear the board as efficiently as possible. Right, okay, yeah, so I wanted to clear the board as efficiently as possible, because as long as I have cards in my hand and my opponent doesn't have any in his hand, or like has very few in his hand, then I can actually play a lot more efficiently. So and I mean, as long as he's not getting ahead of me in some way, I'll be fine. And yeah, Nerubian Egg was maybe a bad choice, but I noticed that he had a lot of those things that dealt damage when they died, so I figured that it would die and it would be a pretty big deterrent. Or what could happen is if he has the Spore, then it'll get power and then it'll attack and then it'll give you a 4/4 out of it. So it made some sense. And here I'm just like, you know what, I can actually just kill him like next turn if I do this. So go play Alexstrasza, do it to him, and then he's just, the game is literally just like, nah bro, we're not gonna let you do that. And not only are we not gonna let you do that, but we're gonna destroy your Alexstrasza and pretend that it never happened. And I was kind of pissed at that, because I like really fell behind because of that. And I thought that it was just going to completely end the game for me. And, I mean, I was kind of pissed. So pissed that I make a really bad play here, I think. Pretty sure I do. I don't really remember. Yeah. No. No, okay. I thought I was just going to play the Mad Bomber and kill this guy before even playing other guys. But I ended up making the smart play and playing a bunch of dudes out, giving my Sludge Belcher Divine Shield when all he has out is a 4/6. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, that 3 damage is actually starting to put some work on my health. And here I think I just drop it without considering playing something first. But at the same time, I probably didn't want to anyway. So I get lucky and I do hit his guy. And with something like Divine or Blessed Champion or whatever it is, I'm actually very close to killing him. Do I have him dead here? I have 10, 20, 32. No, I had 40 damage there, and he was at like 50 something. But I just decided to gain some life. He still has to get through 2 Sludge Belchers, so it's not really a concern. And I mean, once I started playing the life gain deck, it sort of seemed easy. I mean, a crucial turn in the game, I just ditched 9 mana and did nothing and lost a card. And at the same time, it was I was able to easily kill him. So yeah, I guess it's really just a matter of finding the right deck for these heroic things. What I see from the comment section is that it's just going to get harder and harder, so I'm not looking forward to it, but it's been pretty fun so far. And despite having to talk about nothing for about 18 minutes, I think that, or at least I hope that you guys will have enjoyed this video. I know that I rambled a lot, and a lot of it didn't make any sense except for me. That's what usually happens. I think a lot, and my brain churns and churns and churns, but nobody understands what's going on. Anyway, I hope that I managed to entertain you a little bit. Have a wonderful day. Bye.